Welcome to Goodnight Robin, your someone to say goodnight to. I'm your host, Robin Rice. Tonight's episode is sponsored by our patrons. Now, who are they? They are those of you who have made a one-time donation or who are offering $8 a month as a monthly support to help this podcast go out into the world to find its way, not only through its production and putting it all together, but also sharing it and finding ways to get exposure in the world. Our patrons are so important to us, and I just really want to thank you. You're making this happen. If you would like to be a patron, go to goodnightrobin.com/patron to learn more. Hello there. I'm so glad to be with you tonight. People have been asking me about the stories that have led up to creating Goodnight Robin. And one of the questions that I have been getting is, do birdies actually sing at night? I don't think they do. Do robins sing at night? And yeah, that's kind of my own little inner joke. No, generally speaking, I don't notice them singing at night. I notice them in the morning. Another reason why I started Goodnight Robin has to do with my grandfather. So you can imagine this is going back a lot of years. I'm probably in 5th grade, maybe. And he had lost my grandmother and he lived alone in an apartment. And, we went to visit every so often. But for the most part, he spent all of his days alone and didn't really have a strong community. He and my grandmother were both loners and, to be fair, alcoholics. And my father, who was an only child, was very busy with his life as well. And so I remember there were times when I would pick up the phone long ago, so you don't have, caller ID or anything, and there would be silence on the other end of the phone. And I was a very intuitive child, and I just knew that it was Grandpa. I just knew it was Grandpa Earl, and just called him Grandpa. And I would feel so bad that he needed to do that he needed to pick up the phone and just hear a voice. I was way too young to understand the loneliness that must have gone behind that, but I certainly had empathy for him. And I would say, "Hey, Grandpa, is that you? Is that Grandpa? Grandpa, are you there? Hello?" And then we'd start having a conversation. And sometimes, to be honest, I didn't have time and I didn't do that. I just thought, oh, well, we'll just call it a crank call or whatever. But I knew it was him. Those kinds of things stay with us in life. They shape who we are and what we care about. It's one of those things, it's like an itch that I needed to scratch. And so that's part of what came into Goodnight Robin. You can also listen to the trailer to learn about other parts of it, and I'll probably share other reasons as we go along. But for the most part today, I wanted to dedicate today to Grandpa Earl and to all of those who are chronically lonely. There's a lot of people out there that are. And maybe you're not. Maybe you're only lonely sometimes if you're listening. I hope that's true. Maybe you're not lonely at all. You just still want someone to say goodnight to, and that's wonderful. Maybe you enjoy solitude, but like hearing a voice, like I do. Whatever the case may be, I hope that you can feel the warmth that I once gave to my grandfather coming to you across the waves. Thank you so much for listening tonight, my friend. Good night.